The bingo event got updated. Let's see the changes. There are quite a few new items, as you can see here. We can go through what these new items mean exactly. So first of all, we can select one of these items. This time I'm gonna select Cornucopia. Okay, that's a sure bet, at least for me. And we will see afterwards what else to select. You know the game modes already. I've done a video on this. There are missions where you can obtain quills. So 2, 3, 2. There are achievement missions as well. After drawing up to 100, hint, it's doable for free to play. And there is a store, and in this store you can buy up to 80 quills in total. Bear in mind that you need to leave 880 per day, like 880 diamonds if you make these purchases. Whether it's worth doing the purchase or not, my opinion hasn't changed. Let's see how many quills we have in total. So in the store you can purchase some. Right now I have 7, so I will purchase 11 in total for 880, just to get going for now. And this is 18 quills in total. It's not gonna cover the board unless we're very lucky. So what happens is that you either get 1 or 2. Now we are lucky because it's got 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you got the idea, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So you see it was 18 in total. If you get horizontal, vertical or diagonal matches, like cross diagonal, the main diagonal too, then you get the respective items. 19. Good. Now I'm gonna obtain one more quill with this. So just one. Because if you have the 20th one, even if it's a single one, you're gonna get extra quills. It was a single one, we were unlucky. Good for demonstration bet for me. And then you got a completion mission for 20, you claim it, that's it, you got 2 quills and you can finish the board. And with 21 tries, you got the Cornucopia piece. And then you can select a new one, you start a new round, the rest you know. It's a 5 days event. So let's see what changed, because I already have the notes from last time. You still have 40 quills daily. You still have 80 quills that you can purchase from diamonds, and 30 quills for missions. Missions, it means like how many quills you have obtained, you have spent so far, up to 100. And unfortunately it's progressive. So the more you pull, the more you'll get. And with that, you can expect 150 quills with the purchase. Now without the purchase, unfortunately, the situation is that you can forget a lot of these quests, because you get 1 for free, 7 from the missions, and you can only reach up to 40. And after 40 you can get 2 and 4, so 6 quests, 46 quests in total. So instead of 150 you get 46. So purchases are rewarded. These were the distribution last time, so the most frequent one is 22. This time we got a 21, so I'll increase the distribution to 9 here. You saw it live, I guess. The average keeps on changing, and the free to play threshold, meaning that you don't invest anything, was 2.875 originally, for like some calculations that I made below. And you see that it's more of like 21, 22 heavy. So, item values. The small horizontal, vertical and diagonal items, I was really, let's say, not evil, but rather strict. Yeah, it was strict is the right word, with the valuation. And with that I calculated 1045 diamonds of value to me on the items that I get every single time. And the reward that we choose comes on top, because remember that we get the horizontal and vertical stuff, that's the 1045 diamonds worth of stuff, and the item of choice. And in exchange for this, you can expect to pay, let's say 22, let's say 20, 21 or 22 quills in total, in exchange for 80 per piece. So it's 1600 is 20, 1680 is 21, 1760 is 22. So this is the diamond value of getting one piece, and you deduct the item value. Seems like it's a steal, right? So if you don't play, in that case you're at a disadvantage, especially because of purchases unlock more quills in the progression missions. So let's see what you can get. I mentioned the cornucopia piece already. Oops, I'll have to make this larger. So cornucopia component is important, especially that if you don't have it +5, you know, in the artifacts, in that case you're missing out on Star Soul stones and you will not be able to do miracle pursuits that often. So in some of my accounts I'm quite much limited by Star Souls, and cornucopia allows this, so up to +5. Although the value of this went down because it also costs 1800 artifact essence, and it's basically a selection chest in the web shop. So you can choose to ignore this, but it doesn't hurt if you keep this last piece for two reasons. Reason number one is the Widomina event. It has occurred there before, although I think it's an icebreaker pack and not a selection, but I will hoard this regardless for now. The second is that it can be the last piece. Then champion and commander tokens are great. Champions having the higher value in general, even though both cost at the same number of covenants. Champions have a higher value because of a reason that in many events champions are less discounted than commanders, so rather use the more scarce champions than the commanders. This is a great value, second and third to me respectively. 40 Eternity diamonds, it's not that good of a value. At the same time, 4000 diamonds is not bad. 2 rare orange battle scar essences. It's interesting because in the web shop you have like 5 not rare but regular battle scar essences that you can purchase for 700 or so, 680 or 600 something. And the rare should be more valuable than that. But whether it's 1400, 2100, 3000, it doesn't matter. Both pay off. And the reason why I would recommend collecting rare orange battle scar essences in general, although I think I won't be able to because I will stick to champions and cornucopia and possibly Eternity Adamants, I'm not sure, or spirit crystals, we'll see. Still, the issue with rare orange battle scar essences is that it was in the Widomina pot last time. So if there is gonna be an event in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then maybe it's not that bad of an idea to have some around if you don't have a full stack of, let's say, 10. Spirit crystal is kind of cheap. It's break even, but do you have red emblems on all your main units? I don't think so. Because the maximum that you could have had is about 4 so far. And 1 spirit crystal is like 1/3 or 1/2 of a red emblem. I will have to check. I think it's 1/2 still. It's not 1/3, it's 1/2 of a red emblem. And if you use this, in this case it's not 833 but 1250. We'll have to check this. And if it's 1/2 of a red emblem, then 1250 diamonds in total. If we accept that a red emblem costs 2500, but its scarcity renders this a lot higher. In fact, you know what? I will move this spirit crystal up by 2. Because by now you could have collected quite a lot of Eternity Adamants. And the Legendary Union Tarot card selection, this is really subjective because some people move this above spirit crystal actually. I will move this below based on the current state of the game. But I would prefer this to Eternity Adamants on any day. Because eventually you'll phase out the champions, right? And you will have Divine Heralds and they don't require Eternity Adamants yet. But they may require it in the future. I'm not sure about it. Just come up with your own prioritization. And then the rest, I mean, Envoy Pen, it's a diamond sink basically, it doesn't do much. treasure hunt perm with divination voucher. It's not exactly a diamond sync. If you want a diamond sync out of treasure hunt, divination, and dreamcatcher, then use treasure hunt or divination, but they are close. The most expensive one is treasure hunt, and champion was doubled from 10 to 20, so I have to delete that. And this purple vestige selection, it's the same as dreamcatcher. They are kind of new, but they are lower in value. I'm not sure about purple vestige selection yet. Maybe I'll update this sometime in the future. These don't exist anymore. Void Mithril, Star Soul, and Quiet Purse. Now, you may definitely need at least the first two. Quiet Purse, I don't think so, because you can get 5 from the shop. Like 5 5 selection soulstone. SSR soulstone. So eventually you will need Void Mithril for the purpose of Star Soul Awakening 6-star SSR units. And why do you need SSR Star Soul 6 stars? To enclose them in commanders and or champions and get the maximum benefits. There is this inlay thing in the Miracle Pursuit. This is why. And to 6-star Star Soul Awaken a unit, oftentimes you need to have its weapon 6 stars. And for the weapon 6-starring, you need a lot of Void Mithril, because one weapon token equals 2 Void Mithril. That's why. So you may make a case for these two. Their value is fine. I mean, you cannot really go wrong. And then the diamond per pool. Here you can see the different ROIs. And here I made some notes as well. Purchase, if you assume 21 pools in total, 1680 diamonds is the purchase value. And you get, if you use the champions, for example, you get at least 4085 diamonds back. So you put in 1680, you get back this. But even if you don't care about the smaller rewards, the champions make it worth. And the commanders make it worth as well, because otherwise you would have to use covenants. So that's the math. The math is really, really simple. And remember that for purchasing, let's say 21 quills, you get more quills because of the progression rewards. And for 100, for example, you get extra 10 quills. It's not even included in the calculation that it unlocks more quills. So obviously it's worth it. Top value is quite high with the Envoy pen. So full 80 quill investment is recommended. I would say for all players except those who are obsessed about collecting Divine Heralds only. And not commanders, not champions. Maybe you have your full commander champion list and that's it. Even for low VIPs, you will need champion tokens. You will need commander tokens, and then you can ignore the rest. It's cheaper than pooling covenants, for sure. You put in this amount, you get back this amount, and you don't care about the rest. And by the way, you will reward your account with other stuff. Maybe that helps. So that's the scarcity based evaluation, and also value based. So this time it's scarcity plus value. It's quite clear, it's really clear. This is a better event than it was last time. ROI is high. So that's it. Purchase scheduling. Space it out for 5 days, that's something you know already. And the real money offers, it could pay off the $1 purchases. But the higher purchases have a significantly lower utility. This was my calculation back in the days. Remember that there are some real money purchases with the not here, and the other one, the store. So here you get 2 quills, 160 plus 220. So this is like 160 diamonds, right? Because one quill costs 80 diamonds. But if you apply the 241% discount on it, or the 500% discount on it, depending on which one you use, like let's say 250 discount, okay? So, or no, 250% markup. Then this means that 60 diamonds multiplied by 2.41, which is the ROI, it means it's about 150. So 150 times 2 is 300 diamonds, 360 diamonds in total. This is the minimum, actually. This is the minimum value. And you can even get up to, let's say if it was like 500%, 80 diamonds multiplied by 5 is 400, times 2 is 800, 860 diamond purchase. So it depends on what you pick. But don't pick the cheaper ones just so that you can have a higher ROI on the more expensive ones, because it's not fair. But obviously this is the best one, the daily. Whether it's worth it, whether it's not worth it, it's up to you. It's nothing special. I can show you significantly better purchases than this. Hint, the monthly VIP silver. That's I think the best purchase right now. You can calculate why. I will make a video on this later. So that's it. These are the items, utilities, and the rest you know. You don't even need to watch my previous bingo video from about like half a year ago, because I showed you everything, hopefully.